Hey everybody, I'm Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 452. Welcome to everybody who shows up every week for our live chat during the premiere of the class, and welcome to those of you who are new to our channel. I hope that you find my classes informative and fun and obtainable, accessible, and that you stick with us and you like us enough that you want to subscribe to our channel. There's a little heart with an SMS somewhere over here. Just click that and subscribe. Now, if you're watching this Saturday morning when we premiere our classes, every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. If you're watching during the premiere every Saturday morning, you may see a live chat going on over here. Well, by all means, type in hello. Let us know who you are and introduce yourself, and we'll all say, hey girl, hey, or hey guy, hey, or welcome. We're excited to always have new members of the SMS family, new SMS peeps. So if you're watching during the premiere of our class, which is Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, just say hello. Now, what I have for you today, I have new Simply Defined products, and Simply Defined is a brand that is owned by Scrapbooking Made Simple, which is Hello Me. So these are my designs, it's my brand. You're only going to find them here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and Simply Defined product is always value priced, like Holy Smokes Artichokes value priced. I've got layering stencils for you today. Each stencil has 3 individual stencils that will make up the layer, and they retail for just $9.99. And well, for layering stencils, that's a wahoo ka-choo. But I also have fantastic glitter for you. I have the next 4 cubes for our Hero Arts exclusive cube program. So I've got the next 4 colors, and that's going to bring us up to 32 colors. Oh, and I love these 4 colors. They make my heart happy. So I've got Winter Chicken Dinner to tell you about. But before we get there, I want to go over a few little updates for you. Would that be good? Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, first off, switch machines. All black switch machines, with the exception of those who have a reserve order for the middle of June, have been sent to Ellison, and some of you have already received your tracking numbers, or they're on your account. Some of you may have already received your machines by the time you see this. So black machines that were purchased and ordered back in February and March, and even a few in April, are on their way. If your order says that it's reserved for a June ship date, not yet. We'll get to you. We'll get there, but not yet. White machines, all remaining white Sizzix switch machines will be sent over next week. So I'll send the remaining orders that we have for white switch machines, and give it a few days, and then we'll update your account with your tracking number once we get it back from Sizzix. At that point, we are out of white machines. I don't have a single one to sell anybody, not for $169.99. I don't expect to have any new white switch machines until probably November, December of this year, and the price has gone up. The price is now $329.99. My cost has gone up. So those of you who locked your machines in at $169.99, give yourselves a serious wahoo ka-choo. You deserve it. You got a Holy Smokes Artichokes price. In fact, that $169.99 is less than my cost for the new machines. I should buy them back from you. No, I'm just excited that we were able to do it for that price. I'm so thrilled. Now, I think that we still have a few black machines left for a mid-June reserve. And of course, those dates are tentative. You know, they can switch a little bit. It just depends upon how Ellison's doing, what's going on, how quickly I can get the machines over to them. So I think we have a few more machines left. So if there's something that you want, if you want to switch machine from Sizzix for $169.99, this is like last call. This is it. When I am out of black machines, it will be just like the white. We will not see them again until late this year, and the price will be substantially different. Now, YouTube number 450 is our next YouTube to expedite. We have all the Lisa Horton product here ready to go, and we are just waiting for some product from Spellbinders, the multi-purpose universal plate system that they came out with. Those are kind of heavy, so they had to put them on a truck to get them here, because shipping them via UPS or USPS or FedEx, oh no, those are really kind of heavy. So I'm just waiting for those products to get here, and then we will start the expedited orders. So hang tight, we're just waiting for a few more things, and then we will get your orders expedited out to you. By the time you're seeing this, the Spectacular Sizzix Savings event has started, and don't forget that sale is very limited. It's for a very short time, and those orders will expedite. Just read about it in the Spectacular Sizzix Savings event category. Now today we have everything here. I'm looking at it. We have everything here in stock today for this YouTube. So again, we will do our very best. We're going to expedite these orders out as quickly as possible, which means if you place your order from just this YouTube only category, you can't order anything else on the site. I'm sorry. You're like, but why? Well, because our downstairs, our retail store is the ones who expedite these out for you. And if we're talking about just a limited amount of SKUs, well, we can pick those orders downstairs, and SMS guy James and SMS guy Michael Jr., they can quality control them, and then we can get them shipped off. But oh my gosh, if you start adding one of these and one of those and an extra one of these from a YouTube 3 weeks ago, that's not something we can do downstairs. That would require us to pull the order and go pick all the items, and no, we can't do that upstairs. We just have to keep it very contained. So if you place your order from the YouTube Yummies category only, we will get your order out to you, and we will expedite it, and all this product is here. We're going to do we've got the Lisa Horton to do, and gosh, what else do we have? We're pushing orders out just as fast as we possibly can. Really, gosh, we're just about to start expediting another one too. So the girls downstairs handle all of that, and we really have to give them thumbs up. They do a great job. And then the SMS guys downstairs, James and Michael, they're the ones who quality control it all for you. So hang tight, we're doing good. We're getting orders out to you just as quickly as we possibly can, and we so appreciate your understanding. Now, once all the white switch machines have gone, then I'm going to start sending over all the sidekicks from the warehouse sale. I told you you would have them long before the warehouse sale orders, and I promised you that, and I meant it. So as soon as I get the balance of the white switch machines sent over next week, I'm hoping it'll all be done next week. As soon as that's done, then I will start working on your sidekick orders. Because it's a process, but it's a process we're getting down. It just takes me time to do it because I have to do it after the store closes. So I stay late. And you'll know that I've done it because you'll get an email that your order has gone from awaiting a payment to awaiting fulfillment. When you get that email, look at the time, because that's the time I did it. Oh, who's buzzing me? Hold on just a moment. So our YouTubes are unscripted, unedited. You get what you get, and somebody just buzzed me, but it wasn't important. Now, I've got Winter Chicken Dinner to talk about. Let's get started with that. These two lucky peeps placed a comment down below. Your live chat comment doesn't count. you have to place it down below. Yes, so place your comment down below. We'll approve it. And when I say we, I mean SMS guy James goes through and approves all the comments. So as long as you're kind, that's it, just be kind, and we'll make that comment happen and you'll be able to see it in a few days. It doesn't have to be about this YouTube or about me or about Scrapbooking Made Simple. It can be anything that makes your heart happy. Tell us something that happened that excited you, or that was special, or that meant something to you, or just that you had a really good day today. Yeah, that's all you got to do is post, and we'll approve it, and then you go into the running for a chance to be a winner chicken dinner. So these two lucky ladies did just that, and now they get to hear their name. How much you want to make a bet? Some of these two ladies never thought that they'd hear their name. They probably have been posting a comment for years and years and years, and well, you just never know when it's going to be your turn. What I do know is if you don't post, you'll never win. That I'm positive of. Okay, our first winner from YouTube number 451. Oh yeah, those are my layering dies. That's what it was. And those are here too. So we're just going to expedite those orders out because all that product is here. Yay. Okay, our first winner is Gwen. Gwen Moody. Hello, Gwen. Yay for you. You are a winner chicken dinner. Congratulations. There's a $25 gift card already in your online account. Gwen, you don't have to do anything to claim it. Just go spend it. Our next winner is Terry. Didn't we have a Terry last week? Terry with an I. We had a Terry with an I last week too. What's with the Terrys? Now every Terry watching is like, okay, just tell me my last name. Terry Sandoval. Congratulations, Terry Sandoval. You are a winner chicken dinner. There you go. That's you. Again, you don't have to do anything. See, I have a little check mark. That tells me that your $25 is already in your online account. Maybe you'll see something today that makes your heart happy, Gwen and Terry. Or maybe there's been something that you've been wanting and you just couldn't justify it. You just could not justify the purchase. Now you don't have to. It's paid for. You're welcome. Have fun, make it worth your while. The going, gone category is back. And my gosh, there's some good stuff in there. You could take that $25 and easily whip it into 50 bucks. All right, you guys. So we have to do the winner chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo, for you. Congratulations to the both of you. I hope you enjoy. And just make your heart happy. It made my heart happy to read your names. All right, so today I have got Simply Defined Layering Stencils. I've got the next 4 cubes of Hero Arts exclusive inks to Scrapbooking Made Simple. I've got new fantastic glitter from Stampendous and Versus stamps. Are we ready to get started? I think so too. All right, down we go. And I'm going to show you some samples and then we're going to get going for today. And let's zoom on in. I think that's pretty good. All right, so let's show some samples, shall we? Isn't that beautiful? Love this card. So this is a layering stencil by Simply Defined, me, hello. And the center sentiment is a stamp by Versus. Again, exclusive. The set is exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Hello. Isn't that pretty? So that's one. Oh, I need to move this closer to me. I'll never be able to reach it way over there. All right, that's sample number 1. Sample number 2 is just part of a new Simply Defined Kaleidoscope Layering Stencil. This is just one part of it, but I loved this card so much. So pretty, and I think I'm supposed to open it. Let's see, and there is our sentiment from Versus. I thought this card was so pretty. Okay, this is supposed to remind me to open it up, so I'll put it back so I don't forget a little bit later. There we go. And then our last card is the second part of the stencil. If you can believe it, these two stencils are going to go together. You're like, no. And I'm like, oh, yes. Love this card. And again, at the bottom, a versus sentiment for you. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's get started for today, shall we? So I have two new Simply Defined layering stencils. They both come with 3 individual stencils that will make up the layers. Some of them can be used independently of each other, so that you actually have more than just one design. You can see the 3 stencils that are in this one. And the 3 stencils that make up here. And I think that this is the one we're going to start with. I'm going to start here, and then we will move on to the second with all the flourishes. So this stencil is made up of 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. You'll get all 3 stencils. The stencils are an A2 size, so each one is a full A2 size. And for this set, we have gone ahead and put some little guides for you. Let me see if I can. Well, I said I wasn't going to get my fingers inky today, but I think I'm fibbing. For this set, I'm hoping that you can see that. We have got little arrows on the top and little arrows on the side. So, not only do I have the tabs that allow you to tape your stencil down without any problem, on these 2 sets we've got an arrow on the top and an arrow on the side, letting you know which way is up. Now, for those of you who are super clever, you can just reverse everything and then get the reverse pattern. It's up to you. But each of these stencils has a little arrow that tells you up and over. That way, when you're lining them up, you know which way is up and which way is over, because the stencils are kind of nondescript. I don't know that you would know up and over unless we told you, because they really kind of just have some holes in it. So how would you know which is which? I'm going to start with this set, and I want to let you know it doesn't really matter which you start with. You could start over here and work your way back. You could start here and work your way this way. You could interchange those and start here and then do these. It really doesn't matter. I think for me, the easiest part is to start with the stencil that kind of looks like branches. And then from these 2, I can interchange and do whatever I want. But let's go ahead and let's start and see what we get. So I've got my stencil, and again, it's got the arrow up and the arrow over. And that way I know, okay, this is up and this is over. I want these 2 to always be the same when I am lining up the rest of my stencils. So let's see, up and over. So that would go this way on top of it. And my last one is up and over, and there we go. That way I know I've lined them up correctly. I'm going to take some washi tape and I'm going to go ahead and tape this down. So I've given you these tabs to help tape your stencil down. Quite frequently, the stencils that you get have just a very fine little border around them for you to tape down, and I've when I started doing stencils, my very first one did not have tabs. And then I thought, oh yeah, this is never going to work for me. I need to have some tabs to make it easier. So I've taped down 4 of the 6 tabs, top and bottom, and then on the diagonal. Why do I do that? Well, let me show you. So I'm going to start with, if you can believe it, I'm going to start with a yellow. You're like, a yellow? Yes. So we have 4 new colors from Hero Arts. We have an exclusive cube program with Hero Arts where you can buy individual cubes as opposed to a set of 4. They have, all these cubes are available in sets of 4, but not as individuals, and I wanted them to be individuals. So we originally brought out the first 24 colors, and that was in, I think, 2021 we did the first 24 colors, and then we have slowly added to it. Each quarter, so the first quarter of 2022, we brought out the next 4 colors. And now we're in quarter 2 of 2022, and I have the next 4 colors. That gives us a total of 32 colors, and we'll end right at 40 colors. I still have 8 more colors to come out. So I'm excited. I think these are absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to start with the yellow, and let's put them back over here. I'm playing, there we go. Let's start with the yellow. Now, are they going to have reinkers for these? I know that Hero Arts has worked on reinkers. I'm not exactly sure if we'll have reinkers for this program or not. And once I know, you'll know. But I do know that Hero Arts has really started to work on having reinkers for their ink programs, their full size. All right, so let's open it. And I think I will take and just show you the color. So there's my color. Love my yellow. I'll put that over there so I can show you all of them. And I'm just going to take my Couture Creations blending brush. I've got my little yellow rubber band on it. All of my blending brushes have little colored rubber bands on it, little hair rubber bands, which work for me. I know that many manufacturers will make these in the actual color of what you would use, like the whole body instead of being black would be yellow, so you know that that's your yellow brush. Ozzy Andrew has little caps for his. I'd rather have the caps, so I'm very happy just putting a little rubber band on it. And let me tell you, it wasn't my idea. SMS Peeps gave me that idea, and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to go in there and just grab some ink, and I'm going to go in here and add some yellow to it. Now this is actually branches, and you're saying, well, why are you starting with yellow? Well, I want to build my color. Excuse me, I want to build my color and have some highs and some lows. Oh, I'm going to need to take a quick drink. I think it might be getting close to allergy season. Okay, so I want some highs and some lows. So if I did this all in brown, it might be hard to get some highs and some lows. I want some depth of color. So I'm just adding some yellow as a base. Now remember, I told you that I didn't do these 2 tabs, and I didn't. The reason why I didn't tape them down is I'm going to put some color right over them. And those are going to act as my guides to line up my next stencil. You're like, what? Wait, I'll show you. So now that I've got some yellow going, let's grab some brown. And I'm going to grab my brown brush. It's got a little brown hair tie on it. And this is a soft brown. Soft brown was released earlier this year. And now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to add some more color. And it doesn't really matter if I get my brown absolutely everywhere because I've got that base color of yellow. A little bit of brown. All over. And if I wanted to, I could even go in there with a little bit of green. Now, do you need blending brushes? No, you could use a finger dauber. If I really wanted to, I could even go straight over. Up to you how you want to use it. Like I said, I could even put a little bit of green in here. I've got a soft olive, is part of the new colors that we're releasing today. Let's see. Oh, tape down. Now, when you get these, they're going to have little stickers on both sides. We did that. SMS guy James did. I can't even tell you. That way, it doesn't open up. We've learned our lesson. You really only have it. We only have to have trouble once or twice before it's like, oh yeah, we need to fix that. So Hero Arts sends these to us, and they're kind enough to put the little label on the bottom, but they don't close them up, and sometimes these pop open in shipping. So I'm like, yeah, we can't have that. We got a couple images of pictures of people where they've opened, so we just put 2 little dots. I bought the little plastic dots. I found them at a supply warehouse, and SMS guy James sat there and put 2 dots on every single ink so that when you get it, hopefully it is just the way it's supposed to be and not all over everything. Boy, you only have to learn that lesson once. I think I'll just throw a little bit of green in here just to darken it. And I might come back with just a little bit more brown. And then I think we're good. Now, do you have to do this much blending? Absolutely not. You can keep it easy peasy mac and cheesy. Just do one color and call it good. Just do all brown. But if we're going to be here and play, well, I'm going to be here and I'm going to play. Okay. So I should have some highs and some lows and a couple different colors going on there. And I think that's going to work for me. So I'm going to take this stencil off. And remember, I put a lot of ink right here and a lot of ink right there. There's a reason I did that. I can reuse my washi tape. I've gotten much better with that over the years. I used to just chuck it, and every time I'd get more washi tape, and during the live chat, there's a couple of you who would say, what are you doing? It's reusable, you know. And it's like, oh yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? So I've gotten much better. All right, so let's take a look. So there are my branches. Now you're going, oh, what's all of this around it? Don't worry, we'll get there. So I have my first stencil done. Now let's go and take my second stencil. And I'm going to choose to make my second stencil the one that has more holes. Can you see the 2 stencils? One has more openings than the other. So I'm going to choose to make that one my second stencil. And I know that this is my top, so I'm going to find my arrow, and I'm going to line it up. And remember what I said about putting all that ink around these 2? Well, they make my guide. All I have to do is line those up and tape it down. See, if I was like this, I would say, oh no, I know I'm not centered because look at my tab doesn't line up. Or if I was like this, I could say, oh, nope, I'm not right. I need to get it centered. All I need to do is move them until I don't see any white paper. And then I know, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go. I can tape it down. and do my next color. Okay, so what color do I want? Well, let's just keep it simple. I'm going to use the pink. Let's keep this one simple, and I'll just use pink. So this is soft pink. Again, it's one of the new colors. So here's the pink. And I used the soft green. So here are 3 of the colors, the new colors. I have one more, which is a blue, hello. But when I get to that one, I'll open it up and show you the colors. So let's grab my pink brush and let's add some color. And I'm just going to go in there and add my color. It's as easy as that. Layering stencils make everybody's life so simple. You can get a card done. You can get, this would make a beautiful embellishment and put a picture in the center for a mini album or a layout. And you don't need lots of different inks to make them work. All right, I'm going to keep some kind of lighter and some a little darker. And that's going to be done. I'm not going to add any other color. We'll do another one and I'll layer some color in for you. So, ta-da! Let's take off our washi tape. And I am using 80-pound Simply Defined white cardstock. That's all it is 80 pound. You could use a lighter cardstock if you wanted, since we're not die cutting or adding any kind of water to this. You can use just about anything you want. And in fact, the samples, you will see the girls have stenciled straight onto patterned paper. Oh, it's stunning. All right. So now we have our last stencil. And same thing. I'm going to look for the arrow. Don't know if I can get the arrow in there. I'm going to look for the arrow and the arrow. Which side is it? This side. So I've got an arrow here. Hopefully you can see it. And an arrow here. And that's going to tell me that I line up just like this. Now, again, I'm going to keep it just one color and keep it simple, and then we'll do it again and I'll embellish it and go a little deeper in the colors. Play a little bit more with them. Okay, down we go. So there's really no messing up, because with those arrows there, it tells you exactly which way's up. But if you're adventurous, you could do the whole thing and flip it over, and instead of having your tree come this way or your vine go this way, you could flip it over and have it go that way. You just have to turn all of them over. Okay, and my last one down here. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my green, because I'm going to make those into leaves. And I'll keep it simple. I won't use too many colors. I'll just use my green. So it's hiding all the other colors that I've already done. It's masking them off. So layering stencils always act as a mask and a stencil. The mask is what's hiding everything that you've already done, and the stencil is what's open, allowing you to add your next color. People always ask, what's the difference between a mask and a stencil? Masking is when you're covering something, hiding something, and a stencil is when you are actually adding color. So this acts as both. And that's how a layering stencil will work. Okay, I think that's good. So we started with our branch. Then we went into our pretty pink flowers, and we're ending with what I've chosen to make into green leaves. I didn't have to make them leaves. I could have added to my flowers. Or I could have done, well, could have done a lot. And there we go. So now all I have to do is trim it out. You all would probably use a trimmer. I'm freehanding it. And we've got our first stencil. And I wanted to leave plenty of room in that center so you could stamp your verses. So now let's do it again. And we'll bring it over and we'll start with stencil number 1 like we did. And we've got the arrow and my tape. And my tape. And my tape and my tape. And this time I'm just going to start with brown. We'll just start with some brown and be quick about it. And I'm going to make that brown super dark. So I want you to see the difference between the brown. It's the same color. I haven't changed the color of my ink cube, but look at the difference in the saturation of it. Big difference. You don't have to have a lot of colors. You just have to put the color down either very light or very dark. You can make your own midtones and your own highlights. It's what you do, how dark you put that color on, how much saturation. So if you don't have 4 different browns, that's okay. You don't need 4 different browns. As long as you know that where you want it really heavy, you go in there and you just layer that color on and on and on. And where you want it a little lighter, you don't add as much. All right, so I've got my brown down and I'm going to call that good. Done. Now, Let's bring over my second layer. Which is my flowers. So there I am. Bring over my second layer, which is my flowers. And look for my arrows going up and up. There's my arrow going up and my arrow going over. Line it on up. I can tell because I've left an outline around my little tabs when I've got it all lined up. That looks good. Tape it down. And this time, I think I'll use a little of my yellow and my pink for my flowers. So I think I'll start with my yellow. And I'm just going to go in and add some yellow. Not everywhere, just kind of here and there, kind of hit or miss. Not everywhere. Just a little hit or miss. Just like that. Not much. Just a little here and there. Well, I can always come back if I want to add more yellow. And then I'm going to go to my pink. And grab my pink and come in, and same thing, kind of hit or miss. I'm not going to color every area with pink. I'm going to leave some more yellow. I'm going to make some more pink. And I'm going to let those colors kind of blend with each other. I just want to make sure that every hole has got some kind of color in it. That looks pretty good. And then if I really want to, I can come back with my yellow and just kind of tie them all in together. Okay, let's see what we've got. Yellow, pink, at some point I will need new washi tape, no doubt. So I like layering stencils because you have so many options with them. And it really does make you look kind of like a rock star. Now I can add my leaves. Do I want them as leaves? I don't know. I could make them flowers again and add to my flowers. Let's line it on up. I could have made all of these leaves. Point is, you don't have to choose. There's nobody telling you what it has to be. It's what you want it to be, what you decide to create. Maybe you just need a beautiful image with all leaves around it. Maybe you want to make this more wintry and you use blues and purples and pinks to get it done. Let's see, how about how about a little yellow? This one, oh, there we go, this side. A little yellow, just in some of them. Not in all of them, just a few. And then green in all the rest. Okay, let's grab my green and my soft olive, and let's green up everything else. So now you've got some leaves and maybe some buds from flowers just starting. Okay, let's see what we got, right? What's the worst that can happen? We put in one of the stencils back over it and we use a different color over it. We change it up a little bit. It's only white paper. I know that's a hard concept, but it really is just white paper. White paper has two sides. If you really don't like it, turn it over. I frankly think that you should finish everything, because what you think looks like a hot mess in that moment, when you finish it and make it into something, all of a sudden it looks beautiful. So now we've got some kind of peachy pinky leaves or flowers and some pink flowers, and we've got some leaves, but they're not all leaves. It just kind of changes things up a little bit. Now you've got some blends going on. So now you've got multiple color flowers and some depth and some definition. And this took no time at all. And you've got a beautiful place for an oval, for a sentiment or a photograph, an invitation. What do you want to make of it? It's soft and it's elegant and it's easy. It's easy. All right, let's go one more time with this one. Only this time we're going to take it one step further. So let me go back to the beginning, because that's where you start. And I'll do my tree trunk. And this time we're going to go a little bit further. So the first one we did, we really didn't blend. I blended some on the tree trunk, but for the most part, we didn't blend the pink and we didn't blend the green. We just kept them simple. Just one color, all done. Then the next one, we used the same colors, the pink and the green, but by adding that yellow in. Look at the difference. I mean, just by adding one little ink in, just that extra little yellow, changed the whole look. It gave you a completely different color combination. So let's do one more. No, I did. Well, it's fine. I'll do the, no, I'm going to cover, I'll be consistent. I'll cover this one. And I'll cover this one. And I think I'll go down with green first just to get it dark, and then follow with my brown. So I'm going to put some green in there. I know it's the trunk, I get it. But then I'm going to follow in with some brown. Okay. Green done. Hello, brown. And get some brown in there and kind of tone that green down, but keeping it kind of dark. Kind of aging it up a bit, giving the tree a little more depth perception when I add on my flowers. Okay. Easy peasy. Wash, rinse, and repeat. So you can imagine if you were doing these for making a little gift set for somebody, and you stamp in the center happy birthday or congratulations or well wishes or with sympathy, and make somebody a super nice little set of note cards that they then can use to send to people. Okay, I'm going to line it up. Arrow, 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 arrow. That looks. I'm going to say that looks pretty good. Tape it down. And tape it down. Oh, I moved it. And gosh, I really did. I moved it. Let's try it again. There we go. Better. And I think we'll just keep with the wash, rinse, and repeat, and I'll just use the same colors. This time I'll put my pink down first and come back with my yellow. So let's put my pink down first. That one's closed up. Just kind of all over. Not trying to keep it all the same color. Not trying to have the intensity the same on my pink. Just trying to make sure that all of my holes are filled. Okay, so I've got highs and lows. You can see some places I put real intense pink and other places really light pink. Let's go back in with my yellow just so we have wash, rinse, and repeat. Pink, brown, yellow. So pretty much the same as what I just did, but then we're going to add to it. We're going to take it one step further. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So now I've added my yellow in. So we pretty much have what we had last time, only now we have an opportunity to go a little bit further. And we have to decide which stencil do we want to use. Do we want to use this one, that one? Which one makes our heart happy? Well, let's go ahead and layer that third stencil down. And I'm going to keep that green so super soft. And then we'll make a decision on whether we take it with this stencil or the next stencil. So look at my arrows, arrow up, arrow up. Line it up. So I do think I'll come back in with some pink and my green. Super dark in some places. Good enough. And now let's do that green. I'm going to do super light in the green. Super light. Soft, soft, soft. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Almost like a cloud. Like I'm barely touching it all. I'm just using the ink that is literally on my brush. Soft, soft, soft. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Okay, now we have some choices. Do we want to continue with this stencil? Or do I want to go back and play with the other one? Let's see what we've got right now. That's where we're at right now. But I could change it. What if I took, and let's put this back down, and on those little pieces of green that I've got, just those little pieces of green, I took and I used my Essentials glue pad. What if I came in here, and what is an Essentials glue pad? Well, first off, it's sold like this. And the pad itself is completely dry. There's nothing on it. This is the glue that goes on the pad. So it's sold like this. And when you get it, you open it up and it's got this little cover on it. Mine's just a hot mess because I use mine a lot. And there'll be no glue on here at all. It's just a dry pad. This is not a re-inker. I can't say that enough times. This is not a re-inker. You don't take this and put this all over your glue pad and empty this entire bottle and then think that you're going to come back 2 months later and it's going to be good to go. It is not. This is not ink. This is an adhesive. So I only put on as much glue as I need for the project that I'm doing. But today I'm doing little tiny spaces. So I'm going to use just a little dauber, and I'm going to take that glue and I'm just going to put a little glue right on my dauber. A little daub will do you, really it will. And in some of those green places, I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Now this is a very special glue. It's a two-way glue, which means it has to go tacky. So I'm going to put some glitter down. Probably got way too much on that one. I'm going to put some glitter down. But I can't do it until that glue goes tacky. It is a water-soluble glue. So I just put it on my stencil. Have I ruined my stencil? Nope, a baby wipe is going to be your best friend, and you're just going to be able to wipe that extra glue right on off. So I can see there's a reflection. I can see where it's wet. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can see a little reflection of where I've added a little bit of glue. And I do need to let it go tacky. It's the one time in your life where being tacky is important. It's mandatory. Just let your inner tacky come out. So I can waft it, I can blow on it, I can sit it off to the side and just let it hang for a little bit until it goes tacky. Anywhere from a few minutes to a half an hour. You can certainly put the glue down and go take a phone call, make a coffee, answer the doorbell, order something from Scrapbooking Made Simple. So if it doesn't go tacky and you put something down on it like glitter, and the glue's not yet ready, when it dries, you'll be able to wipe that glitter right off. It won't stick. The glue has to be tacky. It's part of the two-way glue process, which is why the Essentials glue pad is so unique. It is the only glue pad that we've seen out there like this that does the job consistently every single time, and it just is beautiful. So now I've got the new, and look, it doesn't even have a label on it yet. We've had some of these in the Stamp It Up with Stampendous kits, so they're just beautiful. It's the new Fantastic glitter. How is it different than the rest of her glitter? Well, Fran has made custom mixes. She played little mad scientist and went into this little room and started playing with the different colors of glitter and made mixes of them. They're beautiful. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on. Not much. Little goes a long way. Because all I'm going to do is take my finger and kind of move it over. And where that glue is, that glitter is going to stay. Tap it off. And just like that, I've added a little bit of sparkle and shine to it on the leaves. But remember, I have that stencil. I could come back and I could either use the same one, arrows, hello arrows. I could come back, and now that I've added my green glitter, I could add a little bit of pink glitter over the pink areas, or I could bring back the bigger stencil and do a larger area. Hello arrows, where are you? There we go. And line that up and come back and do, I could come back and add a little bit of glitter to all of those areas. Just a little bit of glitter, and it'll stay off the green because of course this is a mask. I'm masking off that green. I don't want it to add pink glitter to it. So having layering stencils gives you that opportunity to then go in and decide what you want it to be. So without making a mess of my green glitter, which is so pretty, let's go ahead and tape this down. And I don't want to add too much. Oh, I moved it. I don't want to add too much. I want like a hint of glitter. Could I go in and do all of it in glitter? Absolutely. But I want it to be a twinkle of glitter, a shimmer of glitter, not glitter. I want it to be, hey, glitter. And there's a difference. Sometimes I want it to be glitter. But right now, this design, I just want it to kind of sparkle and shine. And when you move it, it looks at you and says, hey, how you doing? I just wanted to kind of grab your attention. Now, I've still got some glue on there, so I'm not going to put too much. Oh, a dab. Little dab will do ya. Kind of spread it around. And hopefully I've got some on there, but I'm not even trying to cover up entire flowers. I'm just trying to add a little sparkle and shine here and there. I'm going to say that that's okay. I could be wrong. I might have to reline it up and add some more, but you can always add more. That's the easy part. Now, what color glitter? That's the hard part. What color glitter do I want? And I'm going to let it go tacky for a minute. Tacky, 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 tacky. And do I want this is called Pink Delight, or do I, oh my gosh, the pinks are so pretty. This is iced pink, or do I want grapefruit? I don't know. You tell me. I'm gonna do grapefruit. Worst case, I don't like it. So grapefruit has several different colors of glitter in there. I'm not sure if this will zoom in or not. Let me see if I put a piece of paper behind it, if I can get it to zoom in. So you can see the different colors of glitter. She's played mad scientist in these. While I've got that piece of paper, and hopefully I don't dump that. Here's another one where you can see she's played mad scientist. This is Fran from Stampendous. She owns Stampendous. Can you see the different colors of glitter? She spent, I can't even imagine how much time measuring and deciding what looks perfect. She is a perfectionist, no doubt about it. She just wants everything to be beautiful. And this color probably has, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 different colors of glitter to make up the one color. Not much. It doesn't take much. Little drizzle. And then your finger, and anywhere that glue was, the glitter's just going to stick. And you can see I didn't put it over everywhere. And then once it's dry, it's dry. I would say, look, Mom, no mess, but I've been playing with the glitter. So it doesn't come off, it doesn't flake, it doesn't get all over. It's the glitter that doesn't make a mess. And look at how pretty is that. Like I said, you just wanted to say, hey there, look at me, I'm special, I'm unique, I'm different. And taking it just one step further allows you to do that. Okay. so pretty. And then what you decide to do after that is up to you. I've got the verses stamps. I've got when life is sweet, say thank you and celebrate. When life is bitter, say thank you and grow. Like wildflowers, you must allow yourself to grow in all the places people never thought you would. I love that one. Like wildflowers, you must allow yourself to grow in all the places people never thought you would. If you want to give light to others, you have to glow yourself. And everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. So, these are the sentiments, and now this is perfect. It's just perfect, ready to go with a beautiful sentiment. I could do an oval and mat it in there. Up to me what I want to do. But you can take it from just a simple one color. You can blend your colors. You can add some bling to it. You do what makes your heart happy. I'm going to put these over here, and maybe I'll stamp in them a little bit later. Okay, we're going to move to the next stencil. Let me straighten up my little mess here. And let's bring over the next stencil. The next stencil, whereas this one really does depend upon using the three of them together to make a look. However, you could just use, I could, if you had cute little flowers. Hello. If I had little flowers from, I don't know, whoever makes cute little flowers, or I made little die cuts. Gosh, Find It Trading had that stinking cute die cut of the hydrangeas. I could have just come in here nope, I won't get it in there. Let's try it with my brown. I could have just done the brown. And just used this stencil all by itself. And instead of using the other stencils to add the little elements, I could have taken cute little paper flowers or made little paper flowers or little bling flowers. I could have taken little bumblebees or little ladybugs or whatever, little butterflies, whatever I want it to be, or a little hummingbird, and just added it straight to my stencil. So if you don't want to use my flowers for your stencil, maybe you don't want flowers at all. Maybe you want to make this into a scary branch for Halloween. Think outside the box. Don't think about what it's supposed to be. Think about what you want it to be. What do they say? You got to see it to believe it. And that's kind of true. If I wanted to make this into something Halloween-y, I could have used, blacks and grays and had a dark, scary tree. And then I could have had bats coming off of it. Whatever. I could have added another tree. I could have just layered this one down over here and added a second branch down here coming off of it. I have options. It's only white paper. So let's move to the second, which has more stencils too. Well, it has the three, but they all can be used independently of each other or all together. This one has an aperture stencil. An aperture means you've got that big oval right there. It's going to mask everything except for that big oval. It's got a flourish stencil, and it has what SMS guy James kindly referred to as my gel bar stencil. I'm like, dude, really? He's like, yeah, they're kind of like prison bars. I'm like, okay, well, let's hope you never see that, huh? So I'm going to do, can I do them side by side? No, I think I'm going to need lots of white paper. So I'm going to do these. And again, these also have your little arrows. There we go, little arrows. Going up and to the side so that you know which way is up on all of them. Hopefully you can see that, little arrows. So I know, now I could literally flip all of them so that my oval is on this side, absolutely. Then you just have your arrows going up and going that way. Up to you, but this way you know which way is up. And let's tape this down. All right, so I'm just going to do this in one color. And let's pull out the blue because we haven't used the blue at all. So the fourth color that is launching today from Hero Arts in the Cube program is my blue. So there are your four colors. This will dry and soften just a little, but there are your four colors. We're selling them in the I Want It Only. So until it's gonna be sold in the I Want It All bundle only. No open stock on the first go round. So sorry, but they're all bundled and ready to go for the I Want It All. Next time after this YouTube, I'll put them out for open stock, absolutely. But for the YouTube, so that we can expedite your order, it's got to be the bundle. That way they just have to grab one and go. They don't have to look at the color. They don't have to ask. They just have to grab it and go. All right, so let's do the blue. And I think I'll just do all one color. So the lines, they vary in thickness. They start really thin and get progressively thicker as they extend out. So I've never seen on Law and Order, I've never seen a jail cell that has bars that go from thin to thick, but I want you to see that you can use these just on their own. So I want to keep this one pretty consistent in color, so we have a reference point. Put some good around there and some around there so I know where I am if I decide to layer. Pull off my washi tape. And away we go. Yes, I'll trim it out. Get rid of all the noise around it. That way it's easier for you to see. Oh, I probably could have cut this one up on the... So get rid of all that excess around it so that you can focus on just So you've got thin to thick. Now let's take it one step further. I think I'm probably going to need to cut more white paper. I don't think I cut enough. Let's take it and make it a little different. Ooh, no. No blue on the back. Okay. So same. I'm going to look for my arrows up and my arrows over. And again, I could flip it. If I wanted my oval to be on this side, all I have to do is flip it over. And this time I'm gonna have a gradation in the color. I'm not gonna change my color. I'm gonna keep with my blue. But this time I'm gonna start heavy and I'm gonna lighten it as I go. So I want that blue to be uber dark on one side. Uber dark. And then I'm going to start to soften that color up as I move out. I want to show you that one color can do more than you give one color credit for. Can you see the gradation in color? It's the same blue. It's just the intensity that I used it in. Ah, now this one I'm going to cut with the frame. Aha! One color ink. Now remember, this is a layering stencil. We haven't even got to the layering part. So, all one color. Or a gradation of color. You can do either. All one color or a gradation of color. But we're not done. So as opposed to cleaning this, I'm just going to grab a new one because I can. Yay for me. As opposed to trying to get my blue off with a baby wipe and then drying it, I'm just going to grab a new one and put blue on it again. And this time, let's grab another piece of paper. This time, let's see, maybe, gosh, I did get blue on it. Maybe I do a little combination of colors. Now, did I go? Yes. Yep, okay, I've got my arrows going up and out. So how about I start with my blue one more time. And then maybe I go from my blue to my, oh, I don't know, what say we do pink? Pink. Not green, pink. Guess that one's closed. Pink. And I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to kind of blend it into that blue. And then blend it on out. Now I'm just using one stencil out of the 3. But you need to know you have options. And maybe for the sake of me being me, I throw in a little bit of yellow. Because this is me we're talking about, and I love yellow. So I'm just going to run that pink a little bit further. And then I'm going to bring over my yellow. Because I just think yellow makes everything better. It's a happy color. And I'm going to run that yellow into that pink. And blend it into that pink a little bit. How do we feel about that? So I've only used 3 colors of ink, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 colors on my paper because my inks have blended into each other. I didn't get as far with this washi tape as I did with the last one. All right, what do we think? Okay, let's trim it on down. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to trim it on down. You're saying, okay, so here's my first one. All one color. So first one, all one color. Second one color, but a gradation. Third one, 3 colors, which morphed into about 5. But you're saying, but that big oval, what do I do with that big oval? How do I color that big oval in? Oh, I've got you covered. Remember that aperture? I do. So arrows up, arrows up, line it up, tape it on down, and now what color do you want this oval to be? Maybe in the pinks and the yellows? So let's put some yellow in there. And it's masking all that I just colored. Masking it off. That way it doesn't blend in, it doesn't make a mess. I get a perfect result every time. So now we've gone to 2 stencils out of the 3. Wahoo Kachoo. Let's get some yellow. And then because we can, and it's only paper, let's try some pink. I'm just going to bring that pink on in. And I don't have to worry about it getting, if it goes outside the lines, so be it. You're going to cut those off anyway. You don't want to cut a mat? Don't. Ink it. Think that looks okay? Okay. So we've got that ombre color, and now I've got that oval. Perfectly colored. These I didn't color in at all. I could take that mat, take my aperture, put it right over it, line it up and color it in any color I want, and it leaves that little white frame all the way around. Little white frame all the way around. Now what you do with it from here is up to you, but you saw how easy that was. Little bit of ink. A stencil I happen to like. And this isn't all I could do with it. No, there's more. Absolutely. How far you go is entirely up to you. What do you want to do? You make the choice. But now let's move to the second stencil that's in that bunch. So I'm going to put these here just in case we decide to stamp on them. So the second stencil that is in that bunch is the Flourish stencil. So far we played with the striped. And we played with, where did I put it? The Aperture. Those two are what we played with so far. Now I'm going to play with the Flourishes. So, stencil up and over. Let's grab some tape. Tape it on down. And let's see what this one looks like. So you're not buying them individually. It comes as a set of 3 for $9.99. But I want you to see how you can use them all on their own before I decide to put them all together. And I'm just gonna stay true to the yellows and the blues and the pinks and the greens. How about we do this one in the soft olive? Let's try this one in the soft olive. So in the green. And I'm just going to stencil it one color, just so you can see one color. And I'm going to keep it pretty light. Okay, I think that's pretty good. One color, easy peasy. Let's see what we got. Super pretty. And you can see the oval shape right there. Let's grab, it's got a lot of blue on it. Well, let's hope it doesn't have too much blue. And let's tape it down. And we'll put the oval in, just so you can see it. And I'm just going to put the oval in the green. Just keep it simple and... No, there's definitely some blue on here. Oh well. It's only paper. All right, so all one color. No fuss, no muss. So I use the Aperture stencil and stencil number 2. So I still haven't put all 3 of them together. Go this way. It can go this way. I mean, you have options. So let's do that one again. And this time, let's vary my colors up. I've got my arrow and my arrow. And this time, let's play with some color. Not keep it just one mono. Well, I mean, you've got some highs and lows in there, but let's explore a little bit. And I think the first color I'll put down is my yellow. Green, 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 green. Here you are. And I'm just going to kind of, like I did with my flowers, I'm just going to hit it here, hit it there, hit it everywhere. If some places are a little darker, great. If some places are a little lighter, great. Just going to kind of be here, there, everywhere. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. You just kind of go with it. Trust your gut. Then let's come in and maybe a little bit of my pink. And again, I'm just going to go with it. Trust your gut. You never know what it's going to look like until you pull that stencil off. And every time you do it, it's going to be a little different and a little bit of a surprise. And then I think I'm going to throw some blue in here. You're like, blue? Are you kidding me? No, let's see. What's the worst that can happen? Well, I think I might have enough blue on there. What's the worst that can happen? And I think I might come back and add just a little bit more of my pink. Right over the top of that blue and kind of make it a purpley. And I think that's it. All right, let's see what we get. I used 3 colors, pink, blue, and yellow. Ooh, I like it. I do, I do. Pink, blue, yellow. Let's trim it out. Or should we do the oval? So up and out. looks pretty good. And let's do the oval and the yellow, and let's see what we get. So I'm going really hard on the edges and kind of keeping that center a soft white. What do you think? Has a little bit of the green on it from last time, but that's okay. It's all good. Let's trim it out. And this time I'm going to go all the way in and trim it all the way with no frame. So, one color, multiple colors. What makes your heart happy? You don't actually have to choose. You get to do them both. But then let's take it a step further. So what if I brought this one back? And arrow up, up, and tape down, and tape down. And I think just for good measure, I'll tape down here and here. Okay, so I'm all taped in place. What if I bring over my Essentials glue pad? Now I have my choice here. I can either grab my little dauber and go in and daub it, or because this is a big space, I could just use the whole glue pad. Let's add a little glue to it. I do usually a little Z, kind of do it with my fingers. And I'm not trying to coat so much, I'm just trying to get some down. You don't need it to be wet, you just need it to have glue. And we'll see how I do. Because it's a big space, for me it's easier just to go in and press down. Just easier. And when I think I've got it, all I have to do, don't throw away your little plastic piece. All I have to do is pick it up and kind of move it back and forth to see if I can see a sheen everywhere. Can you see that sheen? Now I can tell you I missed down here. I can see that. As I move it back and forth, I can see that I missed it right here. And I missed it down there. So I don't need it to be wet, wet. I just need to see that sheen. And I'm going to say that's pretty good. I'm going to say close enough. And grab a wet wipey. And let's take off my stencil. I'm going to throw this washi tape away because it does have glue all over it. I can take my wet wipey and just wipe off my stencil. The glue is water soluble. You want to throw it in the sink for a few minutes? Go right ahead. The stencil is plastic, the glue is water soluble. And just kind of wipe it off. Let it dry and you're back in business. And if the glue were to dry on here, that's okay. Just get it wet, wipe it down, and it's going to come off. It can't hurt your stencil. All right, so I can see, oh, that I missed a whole big space right there, but we're going to live with it. I don't know if you can see it. There's a whole big space right there that I missed. Oh, do you think I can put it back on and get it? Do we gamble? Where's my arrows? No, no. Yes, yes. Do we gamble at all? No. That makes me nervous. But I can see where I missed. Shh. Don't anybody say anything. Maybe if we just hold our breaths for a moment, it'll be okay. I don't know. I might have just ruined it, but it's only paper. Wipe off my stencil. I still think I missed it. Oh well. We're gonna go for it. Let's let it get tacky. So waft, waft, waft. Can you see the sheen that I'm talking about? Can you see the lines? Can you see where I missed? Right there. Oh well. Do I want to do multiple colors? Do I want to go here and then there and then there? I don't know. Let's see. I'm hoping that it's tacky enough. I've got the air conditioner going in here, so hopefully that helps. And I'm just going to drizzle. You can see the air conditioner because it's going that way. Look at how light I'm putting it on. I mean, very lightly. Because I'm going to move it around. Now let's put on my next color. Oh, that was a lot. very lightly. Less is more. You can always add more. Oh, see, I dropped a lot there too. But putting it back in the jar is not going to happen. You can make a mishmash jar, but I am putting I'm putting multiple colors down. So when I mix it together, I can't very well put it all back in the blue or the pink or the yellow jar. It'll contaminate. And I'm just making kind of my own little ombre. So that's what I've got. Kind of looks like a hot mess. But then I can take my finger and gather it up and move it over. And anywhere there's glue, see, it's not sticking there. Why? There's no glue there. And I'm gathering it up and moving it over. The goal is to be left with very little glitter. The goal is by the time you're done, you don't have anything left to put into a mishmash jar. Ooh, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? We still haven't made a complete stencil yet. Oh my gosh. And of course I could go in there and mask and color my center oval. Oh, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, I mean, hello, options. Meet creativity. Right? Okay, let's do it with the other one, okay? I like the flourish one too. Oh my gosh. Okay, a little bit of glue, clean it up. Let's get the flourish. And let's bring over a piece of paper. Ooh, should we do it on black? No, I've done everything on white, but you could do it on black. Okay, so let's tape it on down. And I'm taping all the sides because that glue is tacky. And I don't want it to pull my stencil off my paper. This is why those tabs become so very handy. All right, so bring over my glue. A little kind of Z in there. I only want to use as much as I need for what I'm doing. Now I could go in here and maybe use less glue and do it with my spouncer. I could. I already glued this up though. Rotate it and try and get in here and make sure I've got it everywhere this time. I did pretty good relining it up on the other one, didn't I? I think I did pretty good. If you don't try, you never know. wondering if these are, I'm wondering if I should go in with my bouncer just a little bit. Oh, no, I'm going to just go for it, Stacy. Clear my hands. I'm going to lift it up and see if I've got everywhere, because I can't tell until I can see kind of the sheen. So I'm going to leave it as a book. And I'm going to pull these 4 off. But knowing that I might have to reline it up, I'm not going to take off those 2 side tabs. And that way I can open it and close it almost like a stamp positioner. And I can see that it looks really good. I don't know if you can see a sheen in there at all, but I can see that it looks really good. I'm going to live with it. And while that's going tacky, I'm going to get rid of my washi tape. I'm going to wash off my stencil. And what colors do we want to use this time? I think I'm going to use those pretty, that green and that gold, and I think I'm going to use those. Okay, stencil's clean. That works for me. And I think I'm going to grab this one, which is kiwi. Hello, kiwi. And I'm going to mix it with grapefruit. I'm loving grapefruit. And I'm going to throw in there, amber. Yeah, amber works. Okay, I think that those are the 3 that I'm going to use. Oh, I don't know. Amber or sunshine? Oh, I don't know. Decide. Maybe sunshine, because amber might be too close to grapefruit. Maybe sunshine. It's a little brighter. All right, let's waft it just a second. I won't hyperventilate as I'm blowing on it and trying to get it to get tacky for us quick enough. Boy, that would be bad, wouldn't it? Crafting teacher hyperventilates on YouTube. Well, that might go viral. Okay, I'm going to do drips and drabs, just little bits. Just a little bit, here and there, not everywhere. Just here and there. I know it doesn't look like much, and it isn't much, and that's the goal. Because I'm going to be mixing colors, you know, I have a change of heart. Because I'm mixing colors, I want to use as little as possible. You can always put it in a mishmash. Get a separate container. And the last one I'm going to do is the green. Which really isn't green. It's got greens and some browns in it and some gold. Because she's mixed the colors herself, Fran did. She decided to be mad scientist Fran. So my goal is by the time I'm done moving all of this around, I have so little left. There's not enough to even put in a mishmash pot. And it kind of looks like a hot mess. I get it. But then we start to move it. And then all of a sudden it starts to come to life. And anywhere that glue is, now not every glue is going to do this. This is a special glue. Can't go run and get your Elmer's glue and think this is going to happen. It's not. There's Glues for all different types of applications. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. Let's get rid of what I call the noise, the excess, the distractions. And then we're actually going to make one with all 3 stencils. Really? Yes, really. Get rid of all of that distraction so that you're only focused on how absolutely beautiful that is. I shouldn't have cut it, because then I could come in. I've cut it, so now I can't tape this down without that paper underneath moving. I'm going to say that's close. I'm lining it up by look, because I cut off my tab, so I can't be sure. Okay. And it's ready for you to do something with. Now remember, we started with the single color, then we did the multiple color, and now we've done the glitter. Now I could go back on here and just add little drops. I could put my stencil right back on top and just dab it with a little bit of glue here and there and add glitter to that as well. Absolutely. We did that on our floral, where we added just glitter here and there, right on top of the ink. Here we've glittered the whole thing. And here we've glittered the whole thing. All right, let's build one the way it's supposed to be. So let's start with the background. And let's take right over the top. And I'm going to keep that background kind of light and breezy. And let's do it in the yellow, kind of keep it light and breezy. Blue, blue, yellow, yellow. And I'm just doing the background. So all I want to do is get color on here. Just get my yellow going. I'm just looking for some background color. So perfection is not where I'm going. I never go for perfection. You can do that at Hallmark, where every card is perfect every time. Okay, I just got some yellow as my background. That's all I care about. Peel off my washi tape. And let's move to my flourish, because these are actually layering stencils. But my gosh, you get to do so much with them. Okay. Just a basic background. I could use that all on by itself. Now let's move to my flourish. I've got my arrow and my arrow. I'm going to line up with my tab and my tab. So all I have to do is find my tabs, line them up so that I can't see any white. That's not lined up. I need you to cover up so that you can't see any white. And once you do that, tape it down. That looks pretty good. Ooh, a little bug. And let's grab we want to do the pink or we want to do the green? Let's try some green. What's the worst that happens? I have to do it again because I don't like it. Oh, closed, open. All right. So now my Flourish stencil is directly on top of my background stripes. And I'm just going in there and filling in all the space. Anywhere I can see paper, that tells me I need to add ink. Anywhere I can see paper coming through, tells me I need to add ink. So you want to start with your lightest color as your background, and your darker color comes over on top. Okay. Oh, Stacy, don't be so rough. Okay, so peel it off. And let's see what we've got. What do you think? It's taking the two and layering them together. Let's do it one more time, super quick, so I have two to play with. Let's grab, I'm not going to clean those, so let's grab one and two, and I'll do slightly different colors. Come on. Oh, I bet that's going to stick to my paper, but that's okay. Let's do it again super quick. I'll do slightly different colors. Tape. Tape. That way I have two to play with. So nothing's pre-prepped here. We do it together, and if I make a mistake, you see me make a mistake. It is what it is. We try, we learn, we grow, we do better. We find out that we're capable of things we didn't even know we were. So I'm going to start with the pink as the background on this one. I'm just going to go in there and get my pink down. I'm not going to care too much about rhyme or reason. I just want that background color. So I'm speeding it along as if I was doing this not in front of a camera and teaching you. It always takes longer when you're teaching, but when you sit down to do it, you will be surprised how quickly it goes and how many options, how much variety you have, and then it becomes longer figuring out what colors you want to use than actually doing it. But I try to design my stencils so that one of them is always a pretty image, which is where the tree and the flowers come. Wait till you see the samples. And then one that really gives you options, options, options. All right, done. And I think on this one, I'm going to come in with the blue. It might be too much. It might be overwhelming. I don't know. I won't know until I do it. So when I do the stencils, oh, I knew it was going to stick. I design them, and then I don't see them again until we get what's called QC samples, prototypes. And then I get to try them to make sure that they work. And then I really try not to play with them again until I'm in front of you. So I will have stenciled, when I sit down to do this class, I will have stenciled each one of these maybe twice, just to be sure that the stencil lines up just the way it's supposed to, so I can approve them so that they can be manufactured. But more than that, I try to stay away. And that way, it's an experience for both of us. We're both doing it at the same time. We're learning it and seeing how many options we do have. I feel it's a little off. Just a smidge. And let's do with the blue this time. And I'm going to reline this one up too. Those tabs are there to help you, to guide you. Use them. It makes things easier. Okay, so how about we try with the blue and see? Might be too much. Green would have been pretty with the pink. And let's just come in here, and anywhere I can see paper coming through, I know I need to color. And I'm just going to follow it all the way around. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I made it really vibrant, so there'll be a really big contrast. So now I have more options. Oh, excuse me. I have more options. I can take and grab an Aperture. Line it up. Arrow, arrow. And color it in. And I think to color it in, I'm going to use my pink. Just get some color in here. I don't care if I have highs and lows in here. Gives me a little depth perception. I usually like to do my edges a little darker. And that's where I'm at. But I'm not done. I could come back arrow and arrow, arrow and arrow. I could come back and line it up. And take my spouncer, add a little glue, and just kind of hit. Not everywhere, just kind of hit a little here and there. And while I let that one go tacky, I could come over here and I could hit this one. Okay, just a little bit. And put that one to the side. And bring this one back over. Give it a nice little waft. Pink, pink. Blue, blue. Give it a nice little waft. Get that glue a little tacky. And then maybe take, do we want the light or do we want the dark? Which color do we want over the top? A little light or a little dark? Let's think subtle. And I don't know how much glue I've got down. I won't know until I put some down. And move it around. And anywhere there's glue, that glitter, I got glue on my fingers. Well, anywhere there's glitter or glue, that glitter's gonna hold. Got a little in my center because my fingers, but I think I'm okay with that. Now let's get rid of the noise, all the work around it, all that extra, that's just a distraction. There we go. It's just in subtle play. Can you see it shine? I just have it in a few spots where it just kind of picks up the reflection. Not everywhere, but just in a few little places so that it picks up the reflection. But I did this one too. And let's do this one in that soft
gold glitter? Or should we do it in the kiwi and have it the same? Let's do it in the kiwi. And let's see, I don't know how much I put down. And anywhere I hit it, that glitter is staying. So again, it just kind of winks at you. It's not everywhere, little subtle, but then I can come back with my aperture. Arrow, arrow, line up, down, down. A little bit of glue. Can I get it in there? See, I don't have any there. And I need a little right there. Maybe a little right there, and I think that's it. I think that's good. Wipe off my hands because they're a little gluey. So I think I've got enough glue in there. It doesn't take much. Take my stencil off. Let's clean my stencil because it's got glue on it. So I'm hoping to show you, I know it's a long class, but this is your money. And don't you want to, I feel I need to show you everything that you can do, and I still won't show you everything that you can do. There's still more that I could have done with these. But it's your dollar, and your dollars are important. And if you don't watch this during the premiere, you can fast forward and skip to the parts that intrigue you. Think it's tacky? What's the worst that can happen? It wipes off. Okay, don't hyperventilate while you're blowing. Like I said, girl teaching YouTube class passes out. Now let's cut away the noise. So you've got a little bit of glitter just as accents on just a few of those flourishes. You've got that background stripe acting as your anchor, tying everything together. And then we glittered our center. I'm telling you, we just did so much with these. I mean, we started way back here where we played with the branch and we made beautiful color combinations, and then we glittered on top just to add a little something something. Just, it's a beautiful finished product. Wait till you see the samples. And then we talked about the background. One color in a gradient, just softening your technique as you move it over, just lightening it up. So dark, 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 and then just lighter and lighter. You're just softening when you're hitting it with your brush. All one color, multiple colors, that's 3 colors in there. We took 3 colors and we blended it into about 5, and then glittered. And we did the same with just our fabulous background. So pretty. And then we started to use them for the layering stencils that they are. You get a lot. You get a lot for your money. There's a lot of bang for your buck in these stencils. And if you have your own flowers to decorate it with, or you want to make a spooky tree, or you want to make it into a winter tree or a fall tree, you decide, all based on the colors that you use. You want to add a little touch of something? Absolutely. You've got this. You can do this. It's simple, it's easy, it's effective, it's not expensive, and you don't have to have a lot of anything to make it work. When I can take 3 colors and do that out of 3 colors, so can you. 3 colors of ink, so can you. Couple colors of glitter, absolutely. This was 3 colors of glitter, but look, it's the fantastic glitter where it's got blends in it, and then we blended it to make an ombre. You can do this. Oh my gosh, I didn't stamp. I'm sorry. Okay, so all the samples have the beautiful stamps. Here are the Versus stamps. They're exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple, as is the stencils. So the stencils, the Hero Arts inks, and the individual cubes, that's all exclusive to us. And this is new from Fran, from Stampendous, called Fantastic Glitter, and they're all done in blends. We have 12 colors. There's 15 in total. We'll have the next 3 colors coming out soon. And the stamps again say, when life is sweet, say thank you and celebrate. When life is bitter, say thank you and grow. Like wildflowers, you must allow yourself to grow in all the places people thought you never would. If you want to give light to others, you have to glow yourself. And everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. So you're going to see that set in a lot of the samples. So what's on sale? Well, the 2 Simply Defined, $9.99 each. They don't go any cheaper than that. The bundle is $19.98 for the 2. And gosh, I really hope that you like them. Those are on sale. The Versus is on sale. Again, exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. We'll put the glue pad out on sale. We've got the newest 4 colors. We'll put these out for sale in the bundle, and we'll bring back Q1's bundle. I'm not going to do them open stock because we're going to try and expedite these orders. If you want them open stock, absolutely, just wait till this YouTube sale is over and then you can go get them open stock. But I'm going to do them in the bundles. Q2, Q1, just in case you missed it. And we'll do the blending brushes for sale, and then Fran's glitter. 12 glorious bottles. That's going to last you a lifetime. Priced so affordably, and they'll make your heart happy. We'll do an I Want It All and individual colors. Ooh, that makes me nervous, but we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do individual colors because that's a lot. All right. So then let's get to samples. All right, so let me bring over samples, and we have oodles of them. Are you ready? So I showed you this one in the beginning, and we just used the background, the one stencil out of that set, and then the stamp in the center. Look at this. Look at with the ombre, the different colors, and then over with black on top and a decoupage piece. Stunning. And in the center. And look at this for Guy. Again, in the grays and then in the browns. That's a great card. And this is just using the flower part, nothing else, just to add some detail. Use it all by itself. And then the sentiment is part of verses. And then here. So this time, as opposed to having the tree go this way, we have branches going that way. You can orientate them any way that makes your heart happy. So here we've got the colors going across as opposed to ombre and gradation going that way. Color blocking across. So pretty. Gosh, did I show you this one? Look at how beautiful is this. So all the sentiments are from the verses set. Right? That stencil is $9.99 and it's beautiful. And these are my must-haves, my oval must-haves. If you have them, they fit perfectly. They just do. So we've orientated it a different way. And again, we've done watercolor on the back with the stencils, kind of messy little watercolor. Look at it, it's really, look at it. I mean, it's just kind of scribbled in there, covered it with vellum, and now look at it. If you want to give light to others, you have to glow yourself. So not as a vertical, but as a horizontal card. And here's the same sentiment. Like wildflowers, you must allow yourself to grow in all the places people never thought you would. What do you think? I love this one. So again, just the background, different colored, but there's two colors of ink there. This was pulled out of a piece of paper somewhere, I'm sure. That would make a nice with sympathy card too. And then look at how fun is this. Okay, that's one set of samples. Then we have another where we've taken pattern paper. This is a wood paper, and we've stenciled right over the top of it. Fussy cut out a butterfly and added some glitter. You've got a sentiment down below, but that's on patterned paper. And here, all done in green. All in green for leaves. You do it all in oranges and browns and rusts. You've got for fall. Do it in pinks and purples and blues. You've got it for winter. Look at that. Again, not using anything else, and she flipped the stencil. So she did half of it here and then flipped it to do the other half over here. How clever is that? It's just a stencil. Try it every different way you can think of. Look at that. Great guy card. Here, we use the stencil. Oh, I'm supposed to open it. Oh, I'm supposed to open it. I hope these other ones didn't have openings. Here we use the stencil and then die cut pieces of the stencil out. And then a little bit of stencil there, a little bit of stencil there on either side of the sentiment. Clever. There's your summer card. Here's using the flourish in the center, but not the background, not the stripes at all. I really wanted your $10 to give you as many options as possible. And here again, the stencil. Half of it here, flipped over and mirrored over here. You can do that. You can do that with the branches and flowers and leaves too. You can make a beautiful archway with that die, with that stencil set. You really can. So are you inspired to try? Are you willing to take a risk, even if they're not with my stencils? Are you willing to pull some out and just see what you can do? Now remember, here's another. I told you that we stenciled right on pattern paper. Here's another one. This is a sheet of paper, and we've stenciled right over the top of it. Is that wonderful? That's a little bit of happiness in that card. Pattern paper and stenciled right over the top of it. And they're just happy. All right, and the last thing I have for you is a layout from Claire. So let me go on back a little bit. So you've got stenciling on pattern paper here, stenciling over here, stenciling up top here. You've got the flourish there. Got stenciling down here. Who says you can't make your... This was just a plain sheet of this cracked wood paper that then she took and made into something spectacular. Right? That's beautiful. With that beautiful stencil with the leaves and the flowers and the branches. All right, you guys. Let me tilt on up. Go on back a little bit. Tilt on up. Hello. Good to see you again. I don't know what's with my throat. I don't know. It's a good thing I had my drink today because I don't know. I think maybe allergy season's coming, or because the air conditioning is on and I've got glitter, it's like, So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed today's class. I hope that you come back and be part of our SMS family every Saturday morning if you can, and if not, you watch at your convenience. I hope that you subscribe to our channel, little SMS right over there in the heart, and support your local independent retailers. So
The fantastic glitter you might be able to find at your local independent retailer. The Essentials glue pad, absolutely shop with them. See if they've got it, and if they don't, ask them to order it for you. Get what you have to get from us, which would be my stencils and the hero cubes if you want them individually. But always remember that we're definitely a for-profit business, don't get me wrong. I have to make payroll every week, but gosh, there's enough to go around for everybody as long as we all stay creative. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I'll see you next week. Bye.